very encouraging to see. So
yes, they've been waiting so long.
And this kind of weather.
You know, we've been talking about what's going on here in Portland and in the the valley floor areas, and we're going to have an update on school delays and closures coming up in just a minute. But Mark, up in the mountains, we had that huge blizzard warning a couple of days ago. Yep. Is it just still coming down?
A bunch more coming.
Okay.
A few more feet, let's say, leading into the weekend.
Okay.
Here's a view at Salem. Salem's kind of a critical point tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, because you folks will still have the precipitation going in the form of rain showers during the day, and I think it changes to snow about this time tomorrow evening. We'll cover that in the second part of the show. But the I-5 corridor in general, Longview to Albany, kind of the big picture here, mainly dry in Portland tomorrow. Portland and north, I should say, up to Longview. Now, there could be some afternoon flurries. As we all know, it takes all of half an inch or an inch of snow to turn roads snowy or icy here. So we're keeping a close eye on that. At this point, I don't see a single model that has, you know, really measurable stuff here. And then the rain down in the valley will change to snow and ice. Saturday, boy, what a mess. Full-on storm conditions. Precipitation increases. The cold east wind is blowing. It's below freezing. A mixture of snow, freezing rain, and ice pellets depending on location. 2 to 6 inches of metro snow, up to a ½ inch of ice. That's liquid rain that freezes on contact in the valley. And then high winds in the metro area. Now, these are the usual east wind areas. You're not going to have high winds in Hillsborough. You're not going to have high winds up in Vancouver. It's the usual places, but it'll be extra strong along with extremely cold temps. So here's our latest model forecast. And you can see tomorrow morning kind of dryish. Notice all the action is kind of going into the central Oregon Cascades and the central part of western Oregon. This is at 7 a.m. Let's go to 4 p.m. Still looks pretty dry in Portland, and most of our models look about like this. And you do see all this precipitation down in here just to our south, but it's above freezing in the green areas. Okay, then we get to the middle of the night, 11 p.m. tomorrow night. Okay, yeah, maybe there's some flurries in Portland. Salem's pretty snowy tomorrow evening, still above freezing on most of the coast. But then by Saturday morning, a big area of low pressure is approaching the coastline, pulling the cold east wind out over the coastal areas. And look at how the north coast is below freezing with freezing rain on the beaches down to maybe Lincoln City or maybe Newport. We're getting freezing rain and ice pellets in the valley. Do you see how it kind of curled in right there? This is 4 p.m. Saturday, heavy snow across the metro area, and then this whole thing pulls out of here pretty quickly Saturday night, and Sunday we are left with a partly cloudy day. A lot of us will just see sunshine on Sunday with the beautiful snow cover. So how much snow? Well, this is just one model's forecast. They're all kind of all over the place, but notice this model does not generate snow in the metro area. Yes, in the valley tomorrow evening. This is through 3 a.m. Saturday, still pretty dry in the metro. And then during the daytime Saturday, the snow picks up. And this model's been extra heavy with the snow, saying maybe 6 inches or more here in the valleys. Look at that, 30 inches or more up there in the Cascades. Covering the freezing rain, we don't want to miss that. So by 6 a.m. Saturday, what's happening is warmer air, as that system approaches the coastline, warmer air is spreading in overhead. So from the southern edge of the metro down into the valley, it's become too warm overhead to support the snowflakes. So then it's liquid rain, but it's in the 20s down at the surface, so you get that liquid rain freezing on contact. That is an ice storm, a ½ inch of ice. That causes a lot of power outages, a lot of trees down. That's ending Saturday evening. So here in Portland, the daytime forecast, we start mild. We're still pretty mild at noon, but the east wind's just starting to arrive. In the afternoon, yes, will there be some flurries? I think so, but it's dropping below freezing during the commute. There's a good chance we just stay dry through the evening. The east wind's really blowing. And just a 3-day forecast here. Yeah, ice and snowstorm Saturday. Sunday looks all dry, but everything's still frozen. And then the rest of the 7-day forecast, we slowly warm up Monday and Tuesday. Could be a shower or two Wednesday. Next week looks pretty quiet, more dry than wet. And eventually we get back into the 40s by the middle of the week. Riel, Pete?
All right, bundle up. Mark, thank you very much.